I believe these things are child abuse. What am I talking about? I'm talking about government schools. People call them public schools. I believe if children are in government schools, that's a form of child abuse. Why? Because it's indoctrination camps. It's a prison system for children. It's a prison system for the younger kids, for whether you're your children, your grandchildren, whatever the case is. It's a prison system. It's a lockdown indoctrination center, prison camp, if you will, and they call it public schools, but it's actually government schools, government-ran schools. So they get fed, the students that attend get fed the propaganda and the stuff that the government wants them to quote-unquote learn or to acknowledge as a quote-unquote reality or a fact, even though half of them, if not more than half of them, are not factual. It's all propaganda, like I said. So that's one. Another one is Rockefeller Flexner medicine. So any child, any children, any kids that go through the full gamut of everything Rockefeller Flexner medicine, I call it, I believe that's a form of child abuse too. And it could be so much more severe, in other cases not as bad. As always, it's a one-on-one, case-by-case situation. And that Flexner Rockefeller medicine includes all the injections, all of the antibiotics, and all of the stuff that fills these children's heads with, even the food pyramid, that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. There's no thought or care about what real nutrition is and what a body really needs, other than what Rockefeller Flexner medicine tells them. Pharmaceuticals. The pharma industry says this is the injections to have, this is what to do, this is how you get by, and this is the best way to be. And if anyone looks into it for a little bit of time, they can find out that's absolutely not true, and they don't do anything but really harm. Now, am I saying the whole Rockefeller Flexner medicine pharma thing is horrible? Yes, for pharma itself. But am I saying all hospitals and health care providers in that are? Not really. Most of them are order followers, that kind of stuff. But in case of emergencies, you get an accident, a wreck, you need surgery for whatever reason, that kind of stuff, yes, you need to do that, and that can save lives. But that's pretty much where it stops, I believe. Anything you're going for, or you're putting your children in to learn about health and that kind of stuff from an aspect of the doctor's good, Rockefeller Flexner medicine is the best of the best. That, in my opinion, is child abuse. Using the television, electronics, that kind of stuff, so your iPad, iPhone, iPod, whatever you want to call it, the stuff that is not Mac-based, those kinds of things are what do they call them, the screens, the tablets, the whatever they're called. I believe if you're using that for a sitter for children, and a sitter could be an hour a day, it could be 8 hours a day. I feel if it's just being used as that, it's child abuse. That's what it is. And within there is social media that people clamor to, and children especially, your TikTok, your stuff like that. That I feel is child abuse in itself. So if it's not regulated and you're not watching over to make sure it's a tool, it's only used as a tool, it's only used by the child as a tool to get something else real in reality of a life from it, then it's child abuse. I hope I made that clear. It sort of felt like it was muddy, but anyways, so I just want to say at the end of this, it's a real quick video, just because you're unaware or someone is unaware of and lack the knowledge, you're unaware or someone is unaware and lacks the knowledge, whether it's a parent or a mentor or a teacher, whatever, a doctor, they're unaware and lack the knowledge, does not negate the effects and the fact that this has done damage. It does not negate the damage. Does not say, well, I was unaware for government schools, I was unaware for Rockefeller Medicine, I was unaware for this, this, and this. Therefore, that's okay. Yes, I'm sorry my child is damaged, or I'm sorry this happened. I was unaware. That's not an excuse. It doesn't forgive the effect that it happened. So why am I saying this? Yes, accidents happen. People make mistakes, that kind of stuff. In my opinion, that's a form of allowing abuse. It's a form of allowing abuse. I'm too busy. I'm too this. I'm too that. I didn't have time. I didn't have time for this. I didn't have time for that because of my job, because of X, Y, Z. I didn't have time. Well, like I've said before, you have time for the things you make time for. If children, your grandchildren, other people are important in your life, you would make time for that. You'd make time for those things. You'd make time to try to negate or try to stop or try to prevent abuse. Just on this aspect, let alone everything else. Educate the children. I think not educating them and not learning with them, teaching them to read, supporting them when they read, that kind of stuff. Just one example, I think, could be a form of abuse, child abuse, because they don't know any better. They don't know what they don't know, and if no one else is teaching them the good things, the things that are better, the things that they can learn and advance in, then how are they going to know? They're going to get it all from the indoctrination camps called government schools, public education system, and their babysitter, that might be television, electronics, iPad, iPhone, tablet, whatever you want to say. But anyways, that's really all I have to say. But just think about it. Just because someone is unaware, lacks the knowledge, does not negate, does not say these effects didn't happen to this child or this person. But that's all I have to say. If you like this, like, subscribe, that kind of stuff. And as always, stay vigilant for yourself, family, to help and protect your well.